With another video, man. This time we got YNW Melly's child takes a wild turn after YNW Bortlen's plea deal. Man, shout out to this dude, man. Here, I always be seeing him on TikTok, but let's get to this reaction, man.
So YNW Melly had a problem. His friend
I'm watching this on Twitch right now, currently live. Always live. Come join us on the Twitch side, but this will be posted on YouTube. Hopefully this video is not copyrighted, you know, this hopefully this guy does not copyright his videos, because I want to react to more of this dude's video, man, because his stories be, you know what I'm saying, they be interesting, the way he says it.
Now, you may have noticed all their names start with YN.
But let's get straight to this.
Because they're a group of sorts of
reaction.
very close individuals.
Man, why did YNW Melly, you know what I'm saying? If he did what he did, like, why did he do it? Like, his bros.
Drive Sack Chaser and Juvie to the hospital saying, hey, my friends have just been... The police say, well, like, we know
that's his
all
friends.
Four of y'all roam together. Where Melly at? Police do a massive investigation.
Like, that's his homeboys, you know what I'm saying? Like, they all have YNW to their names.
In fact, they have a video of Melly getting in the car with everybody. Melly says, no, I got out of the car before.
Like, I know he got murder in his mind, but like, know what I'm saying? Like, we don't do free, you know what I'm saying, promotion.
Sack Chaser and Juvie
free as nothing.
Police say, we don't believe you because of all this other forensic stuff we did. If you want to know the super details, I did a video about it at one point. But because of all the forensic evidence we did, ballistics and all that, Melly, we think it was you. And then you hopped out of the car before Bortlen drove them to
like, how did the police like even know that? And I'm saying,
police say, bet. Let's ask a jury if that's preposterous. Jury said, They said, look at all this forensic evidence and all these ballistic stuff that we was showing. Y'all think Melly did it? They said, well, police said, we got all the evidence right here. The jury said, but why though? And there lies the problem.
What happened?
Police didn't have a reason as to why. Remember, I said all of these four friends, Sack Chaser, Juvie, Bortlen, Melly, we're tight. The best of friends. Melly has their names tattooed on him. So they need to give a motive. That's why you hear all that in the movies and all that.
What's the motive? That's what I want to know. Like, that's the main.
They need a reason.
Comment down below if you know, man.
We could just say anything at this point.
Like, I want to know the motive also.
Okay, that sounds like y'all have made a very nice presentation.
Why did he do what he did?
But you didn't give us a reason as to why someone would, his loved ones. The police said,
come on, man. That's the big question. That's the big question.
No, you won't. Melly at this point had been in jail for about 5 years. The judge said, you got to give us a reason now or forever hold your peace. They said, we don't got one. And there it was, a mistrial. And what a mistrial means is no guilty, no innocent. We can either run it back or we could drop the whole thing. Usually, courts drop the whole thing because what's the point of running it back if there's no new evidence?
Okay.
This time the police said, we gonna run it back, hell or high water, we don't care.
Damn.
Melly's lawyer said, no.
Is it because he's like a celebrity also? Like, he got like a big following, big influence. They're really trying to take him down.
Innocent until proven guilty. You guys are keeping it.
I feel like it's for the publicity also. Like the police are trying to be
So either
the police are trying to be known. They're trying to be in the news. They're trying to get the reputation of like, yeah, we really take down these big criminals or whatever. Like, I feel like the police want fame also.
Melly, when this whole thing went down, so they decided this time for this next trial, they're gonna get more information from Bortlen to fill in what they don't have, the motive. Now I know what you're thinking. Why didn't they go to Bortlen before? Well, they did.
Man,
they said, what happened?
They probably got into a fight, argument, you know, money
out of him. Melly's still his friend.
Sometimes they always got to do with money. Let's be honest, man. It has to do with money or even
they lock Bortlen up.
Girls, you know.
Okay, so we just gonna lock
money and girls. Two main reasons why.
You might have had a hand
homeboys,
we don't know what's
friends,
going on,
fight over things, you know?
He said, same story. Melly's lawyer says, same story? Oh, so it's going to be the same trial? Prosecution said, hold on. Bortlen, you're going to jail for the rest of your life. Bortlen said, for accessory to somebody? That's not. They said, no. You going to jail for sack chaser and juvie. What the prosecution decided to do this time was up the stakes. They said, fine, Bortlen, you don't have to.
I know he like. I heard he got like 75 years, right?
Time. We don't got.
That's what I saw on TikTok.
Right. But this time you're gonna have to roll the dice on your life.
Damn.
You're not an accessory, so you're not just gonna get a few years.
Hey,
now, this is police.
Let's focus on this video though.
They need a new prosecution. They need to make things different. Remember, in the beginning they're saying Melly, 2 of his friends. That's all they're saying. Now they're throwing in Melly and Bortlen, both the 2 friends. This is strictly just
the police
to give
called
Bortlen
them
time, so Bortlen can feel the pressure. Like, damn, I can really spend the rest of my life in jail.
Yeah.
So they tell him, now do you feel like talking? He said, and there it was.
When this video came out,
classic police tactic. That's why bail
7 hours ago, but because I don't know. I think he rejected the plea, right? He rejected
psychological warfare.
Or did he
accept
accept
somebody
it?
Actually sitting in a jail cell like Bortlen,
comment down below if you know,
like Young Thug. It starts to feel a little different when they start to realize, wow, I can spend the rest of my life in here. It's already been years. Police tactics.
Man, like
they say, we're figuring it out, and while we figure it out, you gotta sit in a jail
I feel like, you know, these rappers are like gangsters. They're like
all this right now and tell us what's going on.
As much as money they have, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it was not like back in the days, like Pablo Escobar type gangsters, like
Melly. Now again, like we were speaking about,
even when they went to prison, like
in many shapes and sizes.
In prison, they probably had a better life.
Was it open all night?
Than being outside, you know? Like, that's why they went to prison. That's why when they're like affiliates or they're people, damn, this ad, man, bro, this guy, how much ad he gonna put on, man? What the?
So Bortlen's specific plea deal,
like I said, man, like back in the days when people snitched or like not snitched, like when people
upon answering
went to prison for
he gets
a gangster boss, you know what I'm saying? They went in there. They were probably
now he
comfortable.
Done like
they were probably better in prison, living a better life there than
with good behavior,
being outside, being like chased by police, trying to like look out for people. You know what I'm saying? But in prison, they probably lived a better life. But right now, you know what I'm saying? It's not like that.
So Bortlen has not like that. The choice between
you're gonna be in prison. You're gonna live that prison life. You know what I'm saying? Shitty food. Bad food, bad condition, everything. You're gonna feel that nowadays.
The prosecution.
That's why I feel like
had a mistrial the first time. For all intents,
most of these rappers, people who really snitch, they accept the plea.
You go through the
plea deals because they're not trying to be in that prison life forever. You know what I'm saying?
Mistrial again. So the prosecution's pretty
I don't know, man. This is my opinion.
They need more information at all costs. They can't go through the same trial and lose twice. So them giving Bortlen this deal either means they're very confident about the questions that they will be asking Bortlen, or they just need any new information possible. In fact, YNW Bortlen's lawyer comes out and he says, Bortlen will not be telling. The questions that the prosecution are going to ask Bortlen, he doesn't get into the specific questions.
Now that's crazy.
The
like
questions that they do ask
like
him,
right now, bro, like he's probably in his mid-20s, like, you know what I'm saying? Like
trial.
He's loyal. He's like,
I don't know whether
I'm sticking to that loyalty. I'm not snitching. But like when he does, let's say hypothetically he does serve
again, they're
like that life sentence, like
all this, prosecution
in his
didn't even want to go to trial.
50s, 60s, he's probably gonna be there like trial, damn,
because Melly had been in jail for so long. Remember,
I should have just snitched.
Innocent person in jail for that long. The judge said,
I don't know.
I don't care. Go to trial right now. Bortlen and his lawyers have leverage. They have negotiation power. They say, prosecution, we know you're desperate. Prosecution said, we're not desperate. What you mean? They said, first of all, you sweating. Second of all, y'all had a mistrial the first time. Boy, the judge is rushing you. When we get to that trial, same thing's gonna happen. We don't gotta tell you nothing. Prosecution counters with, well, fine, let's just roll the dice. We might lose, or you might go to jail for the rest of your life. or
damn,
this amazing plea deal.
It's for the rest of your life, man. Comment down below. In a situation like this, what would you guys do?
Have
like
to one-to-one directly snitch on Melly. Just a little bit of information. Bortlen's lawyer said, "Oh, y'all folks just giving everything away. Deal, we'll take it." That type of deal shows that they're just here for Melly. Remember, all they're looking for is motive. They may not ask questions that would really go against Bortlen's like moral character, like selling out a friend. Like they might not ask him, "Did Melly do it?" In fact,
wait, so you're telling me they still don't know why Melly did it?
Told Gunna,
now that's crazy.
Whose stuff was that in the car? Was it yours? Was it Young Thug? He said, "I'm not taking any deal." Gunna said it. "I'm not taking any deal where I full on incriminate Young Thug." So the police had to ask him questions in a certain way. Not, was that Young Thug stuff in the car? No. They said, was that your stuff in the car, Gunna? Yes or no? Gunna said no. And the police are banking on the fact that you think Gunna and Young Thug are the only people in the car. So if it's not, so if it's not Gunna's, then it must be Young Thug's. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Those are the types of questions they ask. Basically, you come to your own conclusion.
They trying to trick the brother, you know? They trying to trick him
Bortlen,
into...
Were you, Melly, Sack Chaser, and Juvie the best of friends? He might say yes. Were you guys angry at each other at times?
Yeah, nah, these police questions, you really gotta...
have a reason that his friends, that might be taking it too far. So they might ask him something instead of, did you guys get in an argument in the time frame before
he has the right to remain silent, right?
Specifically looking for that motive. So whatever questions they ask him,
like at this point, I want to know the motive too, man. Like,
revolving
why
around
did he
the
do that?
YNW friendship, of if there were arguments, of if there were reasons for Melly to
man, God, obviously there's a reason, you know.
This is not 100% guarantee that Melly will.
And man, like and subscribe to this channel because you already know, man, we're only going up. Other than that, your boys